Hi, we are the co-founders of Make Comfy. Do you know that your property has the potential to deliver yields from 7 to 11%?
But today we want to show you 5 tips and tricks how we achieve that at Make Comfy. The first question to ask yourself is where to buy your investment property. A good way to do is look into high demand areas for short-term rentals. Now, how do you find those areas? One way is to look into the data and understand how the supply and the demand was over the last 12 months. What you need to keep in mind always is the factor of seasonality. When you have a location that is close to a beach or a bit further off from the CBD, you might have a bigger impact which will influence on your cash flow. A general rule is that if you're closer to the beach or a bit further out, a house is performing better because you attract families and people that come for holidays, whilst if you have a place in the city, a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment is favorable and will perform quite well. Things like parking and amenities like pool, a view will also add to the success of your short-term rental. Let's talk about the pricing of your short-term rental. A very important thing to remember is that it doesn't matter too much how much you're charging per night. It is to look into the net return that your property is achieving per week, per month and per year. The market is dictating at the end the pricing of your place. It's important to understand the current supply. That means the number of available accommodation, let it be other Airbnbs or short-term rentals or hotel rooms. Now, if that supply is high and the demand, that means people that would like to book at the moment, is low, you're unlikely to achieve a very high price that is above the market. So it's important to understand that and to price a property accordingly. It is also not really favorable to achieve an occupancy of 95 or 100%. If you run on a 95 or 100% occupancy rate, you're leaving money on the table because you can actually ask for a higher rate. Now, the sweet spot here is around the 80, 85 to 90%, and this is where you want to be. You hear a lot like, oh, I get 1,000 nights for my place, I get $500 for my place. What people often talk about is that one-off time they're achieving a high rate and multiply that by 365. Well, that's simply not the case. But it's important to do your homework, to do the math, and understand what the best net return of your rental can be and will be.
In terms of furnishing, you need to think of quality and durability because we are going to have lots of guests coming and going. So in terms of furnishing, you need to choose strong elements like a good couch, strong dining chairs, and also you need to think of having good quality comfy beds. In terms of styling, you need to think of a theme. It has worked great for us. For example, the Mexican Oasis or the New York style loft. Think of having greenery, books, things that make your property feel more like a home. It has worked great for us as well, having accent walls that makes such a big difference and bring up the mood of your property. Cleaning for short-term rental is quite different from the domestic cleaning. It needs to be really, really clean. You need to look around your house and then even pick up details like fingerprints in mirrors, in glasses, in cabinets. Make sure you have a system in place as well to keep the kitchen cabinet clean. You need to stimulate the 5 senses of your guests. So how your house smells, how the linen feels, if it feels great. Also, you need to keep in mind your timing for cleaning. Generally, checkouts are around 10, 11 a.m. and check-ins could be between 2 and 3 p.m. So you need to have a cleaning partner that can help you to deliver a cleaning that is great and also on time.
Last of our 5 tips is about guest experience. It's very important that you answer to guest inquiries straight away. The attention span gets shorter and shorter, and when you have someone looking at your listing, you want really to close that deal and get the booking on board. Now, once you've got the booking, it is all about getting a 5-star review, and that starts at the time of the booking. What you want to do especially is make sure the check-in instruction is very clearly communicated early on, so the guest knows about how to get into the property. Also, you want to communicate very early about any amenities your house have. Best thing is to leave a little booklet or digital booklet with the guests so they can access this information at any time. Another very important part is the ID verification. You want to have a proof of ID to secure the payment in any form that you received it. Now on Airbnb that's quite easy, but other platforms like Booking.com require you to take that payment, and without a valid ID you are exposed to a risk that the payment might not come through at the end. Last but not least, it is really important that you keep on reading the reviews of your guests. This might include about improving the check-in process, your communication, or certain features about your property. At the end, listening to that gets you a little bit closer to keep on getting those 5-star reviews, which you really want to have to keep on charging a premium rate.